Red Kayn Gaming. God, it feels so good that Red Kayn's good again. I want to make so much content for Red Kayn right now, fellas, because I've been having so much fun playing Red Kayn, Russian Death Dance, getting Maw, the amount of Omnivamp, the sustain, the damage, everything. It's crazy right now. He actually feels like a 1v9er again. Not fully, but getting there. I feel like he's like one good patch away from just being an Exodia champion. I think the only issue with Red Kayn right now is his mobility, or the lack of it therefore. And that's why I actually like going with Smite, so which we're gonna do. Forget to Zac, so he's like similar clear speed to me, so I'm probably gonna look to just invade him and get on him as fast as possible to punish him real hard. So see how this game goes, fellas. Let's see how this game goes. I'm gonna put a support over this player. We're gonna start on the Raptures, and we're gonna look to get this Zachary as early as possible. ASAP. Okay, so into their team, I mean, they also have a really easy to gank top laner. Anytime you see like a mage or any champion that's kind of out of, you know, their element in top lane, unless they have Flash Ghost, it's always easy to gank the champion in top lane. So this is not only good for me winning the jungle, but it's also a good path for me to get an early gank at top, so I can win 2 rolls in around a minute and a half. So let's see. We start this at 1:30, so check back a minute and a half from now. Look at 3 minutes. See if I actually won jungle and top at 3 minutes. Maybe. If I didn't, that'd be really embarrassing. What if I lost jungle and top at 3 minutes? A lot funnier. I really might actually be rotating to me. Saw how she was kind of moving there? I feel like she kind of had vision or insight that I would be doing this. No, she didn't. Okay, I got kind of worried. I was like, if she comes here, she's on level 1, so it's gonna slow me down a little bit. So we get the invade on Zac. Now this isn't necessarily winning me the jungle, but this will definitely lead to it. It's gonna throw him off of his normal trajectory of how he wants to play the game. He's gonna be a little bit, you know, he's gonna have to work on his feet. He's gonna have to adapt to whatever happened to him. Fortunately, Aatrox shoved in the Annie, so we were not able to gank top. I did not get to show off the win top and Jung at 3 minutes. But I still got a good advantage in that invade. I can look for like a bot play. Zac should be around this area, so I'm just going to spam ping around, make sure Mr. Mid Laner does not get tanked. Playing Red Kayn feels so good again. This is a really good comp to play Red Kayn into, because Red Kayn's very strong in the meta, because the strongest role this season and also next split, it's gonna be ADC, because ADC is getting a big buff. So ADC getting a big buff. You know what's great for ADCs? Frontliners. And you know who just absolutely destroys frontline? Is Red Kayn. So a little food for thought for you boys. I need some help here. Yeah, if I could get a move here from my TF, would be most ideal. See, the Zac is still moving. Trying to like throw my W at his blobs, but he's not even going to it for whatever reason. I think I let yeah, TF finish it. I even smited. I wanted to let TF finish that because I was like, I really might just flash him and kill me. I got a little bit smart about this. Yeah, be able to use my fast Q in the wall. Listen, I know my W's looked really bad, but he wasn't walking to his blobs. That's how you play Zac. You just run to your blobs and he gets sustained. Like, oh, he's gotta run to the blob. I'll slow him while he does that, and I can get more damage off on him. Now, maybe it was a smarter idea to walk on the blob and then W him after, but I think it's just like, normally if he walks his W, he's able to get on it first. Like, that's kind of how Zac works. He usually has prio on getting on his blobs faster, but that's fine. It's still the same outcome. Mechanically, I could have played that better, I guess. Missed 2 W's in a row, so wasn't necessarily played well. That's fun. Just flash, get out, get a lot of orbs. Look how many orbs I'm getting, by the way. That's kind of the fun thing about taking Conquer, and this is what a lot of people seem to forget about Red Kayn, is that the first form, the way that you play it, is a lot different between Red and Blue, because Conquer obviously better in longer fights, so you have a little bit more skirmish power, just like 2v2s, or, you know, if you're going to go for a 1v1, you even have a little bit of strength in that. That's why we used to thrive a lot when you used to be able to take Ignite with Red Kayn, but you can't really do that anymore. He has 16 CS. I wonder if he farmed both his topside camps. He farmed his Gromp though. I didn't. Okay, sweet. That's a good read by me. Just to kind of track the CS there. Because I was like, okay, he had 12 and then he farmed one more. So, I mean, one of his topside camps got farmed. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't the Gromp, which was actually the higher value camp here. You guys don't know what the highest value camp is. I like to judge value based off of how long it takes you to do as well. So keep in mind, I think Gromp is actually the highest value camp in the game. That's why I love Gromp. I'm personally Gromp's #1 fan. I think a lot of junglers, they have their favorite camp. You know, I think a lot of basic camps would be red, blue. Some people say Scuttle. I think that's gotta be unique. I don't actually think anybody's favorite camp is Scuttle. If you ever try doing Scuttle, he runs away from you. Half the time he's dodging your skill shots, and half the time he's running into the enemy team. He's just causes havoc. He's not very nice. He's a mean guy. But Gromp, always reliable, always someone you can count on. Gives a big amount of XP. For how long it takes to kill him, he's pretty high value. And Raptors, obviously, is a pretty comfort one for Kayn players, I'd say. Do it in 2 Qs. Don't need to hit the little ones. Krugs is the most value overall, but not for your time invested. So that's where sometimes you would actually look to skip Krugs. Skipping Krugs or Wolves is a sign of a high intensity game. Faster the tempo, meaning more fighting, more objective controlling, that's when you start skipping those lower priority camps. So that'd be like your Krugs and your Wolves. I almost said Gromp, almost disrespected my best friend. You guys didn't know, me and Gromp are actually best friends. You guys didn't. Yes, but. Oh, we're gonna get that stance. The amount of damage you get and the amount of tankiness you get on one item buy is absurd with that stance. I'm actually surprised it hasn't been nerfed yet. Fortunately for me, a lot of people aren't abusing it. A lot of people, they don't look at patch notes. So a lot of people, they're still building Eclipse and Sundered, and I'm just laughing to myself like, oh, if only they do. If only they do. I don't think Sundered and Eclipse is better in any circumstance on any champion. Like, very rarely. Be actually good. Because, I mean, the stats just got lowered significantly. Hardcore. That's why paying attention to patch notes is very important, and a lot of you watching probably don't. And that's fine, because guess what? Friend does. You got a friend in me. Karasmai. And I'm here to answer all your questions and hopefully more. I'm putting some metal on. We after this game. Got the chill playlist on for the informative friend. I'm gonna look for the drag here. Now, Dragon's gonna be your best friend is Red Kayn. Believe it or not, Kayns have different priority orders and they have different pathing mechanisms. For Red, you usually want to path for Dragon. Does anybody know why that is problematic for Kayn? Pathing towards Dragon. Or at least Red Kayn, should I say. So, nice. So pathing for Dragon is a little bit problematic for Red Kayn because, I mean, when you're pathing down bot, you're mostly getting blue orbs. And if you're going for dragons, you're playing through bot lane. So if you're getting blue orbs and, you know, you're trying to play for Red Kayn, sometimes you just wind up getting the wrong form first. And this is where a lot of the creations I've invented of Purple Kayn or Bluezer or Assassin come in handy, because the game is actually quite counterintuitive to how Kayn should be designed to work. Normally you want to path for your form, but then you actually want to path for what objective is best for Kayn, because I think objectives are king right now. So if I'm playing blue Kayn, best objective for me would be Grubs and Rip. A little bit more selfish, and you have a lot more of a selfish playstyle. Dragons are more of a team play playstyle, and Red is more of a team play champion. But blue pathing top usually means red orbs. And red pathing down equals blue orbs. So you can see this is why it can be a little bit confusing, and I don't really expect everybody who plays Kayn to understand the full ins and outs of how this game works. And this is why a lot of the times you just think on your feet. Very smart, being a very adaptable player and understanding, hey, well, you know what, an objective is better than no objective. So let's say I get my Grubs and I play for Grub win con as Red Kayn. Not ideal, but not also horrible. Give it a dragon or two. Because the main thing about dragon isn't actually getting the dragons, it's the fight in the dragon. Oh, maybe we don't get dragons now, but as long as we're fighting for them later, you're in the green. Or should I say, you're in the red. I'm sorry, please don't follow me. But probably trying to look for a play on mid or Ike, just because I want to get my red form first. Ideally, you never want to get the wrong form. If there's a play, there's a play. If you get the wrong form, whatever. But ideally, you want to try not to do that. In theory, it's a lot smarter and a lot better for us. Because guess what? I get that red form. Every objective, I instantly fight it. I instantly win it. But right now, I'm a little too weak for that, so I can't really do any of that. Come on, Irelia. You want to deny me. I misclicked. I didn't get the cannon. Okay, well, time for plan B. I really didn't want to fight me, so Zach's gonna have to fight me on grubs. You're about to go AP, Kayn, just say you invented something. Ah, joke's on you, funny man. I've already done that. I don't think there's anything that could be invented on Kayn that I haven't already done, unless it was from the mad scientist Olive. But Olive stopped playing League a lot, so kind of sad. If I get my blue form from hitting the Annie there, I'm gonna cry, dude. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I was so close to red form. I was like, I can hit anybody. Okay, well, we have full prio and full setup, so we should get grubs. Agreed. Let's get them. Because after the buffs, grubs are a pretty solid win con. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, well, I forget. Getting teammates to work together and communicate together, one of the hardest skills in solo queue. I have not mastered the art of mind control yet, but when I do, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Oh, let's just get our form and look for what we can do, as opposed to kind of what we can't, which is the grubs, because they have more people. And that's scary for me. I can buy my death stance. 1 second. How did I forget that? I always forget something. See, most of the time I forget my form, and I'm like, oh shoot, I need my form. This game I forgot my death stance. Oh, I have a bit of a slippery mind, you could say. Why is Kayn not picked in Pro? It's a very selfish character. Jungle in Pro is kind of like a second support. Worth to use my ulti just to secure the kill there. It's all good. Yeah, I should probably look for the big invade in bot side. Like setting up the vision for me because, you know, gotta make sure the jungler doesn't get too big of a lead now. But I think I avoid the vision, so I should be able to sneak this. And we're gonna get Shojin next. Your itemization after that is very flexible. And I do want to make a little mini guide or maybe a little graphic or something to kind of go over all the routes. But basically, if they have a lot of AD damage, you keep getting armor after your 3 core items. So every build will have 3 core items that you get every game. So this build, that's Stance, Shojin Mom, or Cleaver Mom. Even that's flexible. But then afterwards, if I want more damage, I get Cleaver. Or if I want more armor, I can get like Frozen Art, or I can get Randuin's. If I want more MR, I can get like Kayn, or I can get Visage, right? There's a lot of optimization when it comes to the 4th, 5th, and 6th items, right? I'll try to be a little bit more explanatory when it comes to that videos, so hopefully you guys can slowly pick up on it. This is not something I want to really like give you right away. It's something that I want you to work into. A lot of what I preach is self-sufficiency and being able to work on your feet. So just understanding in your own head, hey, you know, this is a great game. Hey, they have 2 crit users. Let me get Randuin's. Hey, they have a lot of auto attack heavy champions. This is a great game for Frozen Art. Hey, they have a lot of AP bursts. Let me get Kayn. Hey, I have a lot of sustain. Get Visage, you know, stuff like that. I think one of the best items that you want to get in almost every game is going to be Executioner, though. Because Red Kayn has AoE, obviously. So, an Executioner anti-heal is very nice. She already wasted her W. I just keep walking with her. Doesn't matter how she played that, I'm going to win that. 10 times out of 10. Oh, whoops. What the hell? Look at there. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna work on this show Jean. Gonna be showing Jean. I usually like to get Executioner after 2 items. I don't like to get it in between 1 and 2 unless it really need it. Like if they have a full team of healing like Soraka and whatnot. But see, okay, listen, this is gonna be a bit of a rant. If you're a laner and you're laning against a champ like Soraka, or you're laning against a champ like Warwick, get anti-heal as your first item. People never do it, even in GM, even in Challenger, dude. I see that in high elo all the time. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is the matter? Well, I don't have my ulti here, which is the most ideal thing to have, is to have your ulti up whenever you're gonna look for like a fighter or something like that. So, a bit of an awkward spot. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna look for the Zac, I think. Nice. Got team. That's a great TP. Hoping TF would ulti there. All good. Get the dragon. So yeah, that's why you want to force objectives, because objectives equal fights. Alright, let's get ripped. And that's when you get all the T1 towers like this too. You can look for invades and whatnot. Look for more fights. That's all you want to do is look for team fights. Make sure you have equal numbers. Make sure you have your ult up, and then boom, fight. If you do that as a Kayn, you'll find success. You'll win games. Promise you this. Next thing we're going to talk about is how to team fight. How to team fight is one of the most important things to know on Kayn. And I think I could demonstrate it very well. Basically, you want to make sure that you're peeling, so you're keeping your backline alive, and then you're also making sure to ult the highest HP target. So, peel, and then I ult the tank, and then I peel some more. And if you're really ahead, you can just look to dive in, kind of like a blue Kayn would. Trying to steal the objective with the lower smite. Walked into double darkened territory, my friend. You're not going anywhere. Alright, so see, I'd get like Shojin. I'd get my tier 2 boots and Executioner. Probably Executioner before my tier 2 boots. My priority order. But I mean, if you don't know, Zac heals a lot, and the Rune King Irelia heals a lot. To get all that. Boom. Easy. I could work towards getting Executioner on this reset and just having a super strong outing right now, especially if we kill this Irelia. Hello, Irelia. So keep him alive. Oh no, he pulled the blue. Joe John? Executioner? Get another sword. I always like to have one on the map, one in my inventory, so I'll probably put it somewhere. And we just keep farming, waiting for objectives, and fighting. I could even look for invades, but see, I always want to wait for your ulti to be up, and then you look for a fight. Expect the CDs, boys. Unless your team is just gonna overwhelmingly carry the fight. Like, if you have a numbers advantage, you can fight without your ulti. If you have a strong team that already has the setup, you can fight without your ulti. Most time, until you have your ulti and fight. Most of the time. Exactly how I expected that to go. Nice. So remember I said no ulti, don't want to fight? That's the risk of fighting with no ulti. That fight would have been completely one-sided and we would have just destroyed them. But I fought without my ulti and I almost died for it. So don't do what I do. I like to play a little bit risky because, well, you guys learn better that way. A little bit of risk never hurt nobody. Oh, I was gonna say if you use your smite and then you W somebody, you can hit it because they're slowed. But oh, my W on Zac challenge, impossible. Oh, now we get the Maw of Malmortius. If they had no AP champs, you wouldn't get Maw, by the way. I feel like I should mention that. But I feel like most of the time they're gonna have an AP champ. But if they don't have champ, you could just put, any armor item really. I know it's Frozen Orb. I wouldn't really get Bramble. It's a very rare situation. The whole Bramble versus Executioner debate is very dependent on if you're getting hit more or if you're hitting more. And since they have a lot of auto attack champions, they're usually hitting more than getting hit. You know who hits you more than you hit them? ADCs. You know who's good at ADCs? Not Red Kayn. Blue Kayn. So it's kind of a very, very rare. I wouldn't really recommend Ramble ever. Alright, so now I get Executioner. Could get Ionian Boots, by the way. Yeah, Ionian Boots. If I'm very ahead like this, snowballing, Ionian Boots is good. So snowballing, Ionian Boots. Not snowballing, like Soak Caps. And Merc Treads is very rare unless their entire team has like a lot of CC. But AP champ. Anybody that could proc your Maw is worth getting Maw because the Omnivamp. It's an item giving you Omnivamp and a lot of stats. That's the main kicker. Technically they have two. Zach and Annie, but I know you're speaking hypothetically, right? We have Moth, only Zach was an AP jungle? Yes. Yes. Don't let the looks deceive you. Zach is very AP heavy, even though he doesn't build any AP. Believe me when I tell you this. He is very AP heavy. Alright, we got the Krugs. We'll probably look for a play mid. I just want to look for fights. Even if it's uneven at this point, it's a fight. I just want to fight. Help me, team! And heal! Oh, the exhaust! Damn it, if I got the kill at time. I should have focused the Irelia and healed, but I was already locked in. It was very hard for me to actually move and get on that Irelia, so that's just my fault. Oh no. Wait. We're throwing. How much damage the Andy did, by the way? That's what happened. I don't have MR. I mean, I had a Hex Shrinker, but it wasn't enough. Probably the Ignite that messed me up there, right? Wait, did I get ignited? Oh, I did. Oh no, she has anti-ult. Okay, my bad. I forget, she's landing against an Aatrox, so it makes 100% sense for her to get Deal Rush. Honestly, it's smart to hold on to my controller over getting a longsword right now. Get our Oni boots. We get the Maw of Malmortius. The Maw of Malmortius. Okay. I think we look for the Baron here, right? Baron here is a good call. But we could just start it. Honestly, I think we just start it. My control down. Always save your control for the objectives. This is why Baron's a good call, is because it forces them to either fight or give. If they fight us, we're gonna win. If they give, we're gonna win. Oh. It's kinda how you play Red Kayn, just kind of hold them in a chokehold with objectives. Make sure you're prepared for the objective, and you look to just take or fight or anything, really. Alright. We get blue here as well. I should have flash ulted him. I trolled so hard. Away. I should have flash ulted him, but I trolled the fight. Oh, Oh, nice. Hey, they came through. I got a lot of gold off that too. Sweet. Damn, yeah, he did a lot more damage than I thought he would. How much did Pike do as well? Only 400. This shit did like 1500. Because this item is really OP, by the way. Kraken. Just free Kraken hits on me. Did so much, it cracked me in the head. That was my fault though, I didn't get the ulti off. Hard disrespected their bot lane. Actually like 40 here. Look to get this. But I think since we just got Baron, we should look to get another inhib. Just getting an open inhib like this and not using that open inhib to get another inhib, very advantageous for the enemies. We'll look to team fight. If we can. Two-man knock up there. Sweep. Oh! Beautiful! Beautiful, beautiful. That was a great team fight. Yeah, just making sure that I'm standing in front of the front line, and then as soon as they get low, I can dive into the back line like that. Use Aurelium. I ulted her relatively early because I knew that that fight was just in our favor, so I didn't really need it. Most of the time you want to hold on to your ulti, but no. Not much sense. Jeez. GG's. Fun one. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, YouTube. Adios.